Welcome to Lincoln Financial Field, where we're here live, about to give the starting lineups for this year 13th Annual Mariani Open.
We're very anxious to give away Pairings Day 1, Saturday, July 29th at Rock Manor Golf Club, noon shotgun start. Without further ado, let's get into the matchups.
You're anxious, but I'm excited.
For blue, looking to defend our title, we have husband and wife pairing, a pair of people who have played in every Mariani Open, Dave Mariani and Sue Mariani.
And they will be going up against another husband and wife team, and Kim Lanuti and Tony Lanuti. Next for red, we're going to have Brian Lasky and Kevin Spear.
And we welcome in newcomer Chris Merce and Ryan Coonley to take on that powerful pairing. In the next grouping, we have mother-in-law, son-in-law duo Steph Cheresco and Marianne Lieb.
And going up against them would be Kelly Asian and Dan Sauls. In matchup number 4, we've got Brian Steffen and recent hole-in-one attainer Steve Mariani.
And they'll be taking on one of the newest members of the blue team, Jackson Alexander, and blue stalwart energy bringer Steve Kenworthy. In the next group, we have another new member of the blue team, Olivia Davis, and one of our lovely sponsors, Mike Hughes Sr.
And going up against them is going to be one of our sponsors as well, Barb Orr, and another sponsor, son Michael Hughes. In the next matchup, we have Dan Brudnock, sponsor as well, and April Gemento.
They'll be taking on Joe Smith and blue newcomer Jennifer Monaster. In our 7th of 19 Day 1 matchups, we have Joe Gemento and blue newcomer Dan Jones.
And going up against them is going to be Pat Williams and Bobby Kerpansky. Next out for red, we've got Jonathan Bradley and Eric McAnally.
And we have blue newcomer Dave Gleamy and his buddy Steve Lieb. In the next matchup, we have Steve Piazza and Debbie Comiskey.
And going up against them, it's going to be the blue captain's wife, Allison Mariani, and Scott Stevens. Next, we have another husband and wife pairing. I'll be going out with my wife, Jackie Mariani.
And they'll be taking on former most valuable golfer from back in 2020, Kyle Kenworthy, and Sarah Coletti. In the next matchup, we have, making his long-awaited return to the Mariani Open after 10 years away, hero of the first year, Mike Bertha. He's going to have partner and newcomer Brad Norris.
And going up against them is going to be Justin Claffey and Joe Clementi. Following red team pairing is Ryan Dinsmore and Jimmy Reardon.
They'll be taking on a dynamite blue pairing, very comfortable played together many times, newcomer Adam Van Zels and Brian Torsani. In the next matchup, we have Jeff Hood and Joe Monaster.
And going up against them is going to be Antonio Scala and Josh Clark, who recently just had a second kid. Congratulations, Josh.
Congratulations.
Next for red is going to be Rob Safaldi and Kevin Moore.
They'll be taking on former neighbors Rich Bradley and Mike Agin. In the next grouping, we have yours truly, the blue team captain, welcoming back another person who's been away, I think, for maybe 9 years.
Yeah.
Kevin Carfagno.
And going up against them is going to be Darren Lasky and Rich Orr. Next out for red, we got a pair of night buddies, Rick Carcella and Bill McDonald.
Taking on Mike Lanuti and Josh Woodward. In the next grouping, kicking off our all-female pairing for the blue side, we have Betty Mariani, our mom, and Patty McGoldrick, a newcomer.
And going up against them is going to be mother-daughter duo of Bev Brudnock and Kay Brudnock. Next out for red, we've got Robert Orr and Tommy Conway.
And a former successful pairing from last year's Mariani Open, Jason Coletti and Nick Spizak. And then in our final pairing, we have David Orr, former most valuable golfer, and Chance Malkin, our reigning most valuable golfer.
And they'll be going up against Brian Sauls and Kyle Lindsay. So, once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Barb and Rich Orr from Pareto Orr, Dan and Bev Brudnock from Berkshire Hathaway, and Mike Hughes from Hughes & Hughes Family Dentistry.
We really appreciate everything they do to make the event what it is, and we're really looking forward to this weekend. A reminder, noon, shotgun start at Rock Manor Golf Club in Wilmington, Delaware.
For Brett and myself, signing off from Lincoln Financial Field.
Go Birds and go
Birds.
Blue.